So welcome back. So in previous lecture we have tried to see the enzyme catalysis mechanism. There we have seen the enzymes are made up of the functional group, that is amine and carboxylic acid, and basically we call that as the enzymes are what, proteins or the amino acids simply. So there we have seen the one famous mechanism, that is the Michaelis-Menten mechanism. In that mechanism there are two steps. One is the formation of ES complex, okay, which is the reversible step. So there that ES complex get back converted into the pre-enzyme and substrate. So the product formation is depending upon ES, which is the second step of given mechanism. So by using the steady state approximation we have tried to find out the concentration of ES complex. So there we are again getting the one term, which is free enzyme concentration. So practically we are not going to get that concentration from the given reaction condition. So we have just converted that equation into the form where we can get the actually the initial concentration of enzyme. So once we have substituted that values in the steady state approximation equation, we'll get the rate law for this enzyme catalysis reaction as R is equals to K2 into E0 into S divided by S plus Km. So this is the rate law for the enzyme catalysis. Okay. Now we cannot directly tell the order of reaction with respect to substrate or with respect to enzyme. Okay. So how will you get that order? So in order to get that order, we just need to consider the two cases, that is the at the low concentration of substrate and at the high concentration of substrate. Okay. So initially when the substrate is having the low concentration, that is S plus Km, okay, is approximately becomes equals to what, Km, because this concentration of Km is concentration of S is very less as compared to this Michaelis-Menten constant. So this K2 into E0 into S divided by Km, that is the only term we have left. Okay, because S is being very small, we can neglect that S. So rate of reaction is what? So rate of reaction is some constant K dash into S, because K2 is constant, Km is constant, E0 is what, initial concentration of enzyme. So initially suppose we have taken the 5 millimolar of the enzyme, so this concentration will be fixed. Okay, and we already know that concentration, so this term is also again going now to be the constant one. So we have been left with only substrate concentration. So we say that the rate of reaction is depending upon the substrate concentration of only when the substrate concentration is very low. Okay, so we can say that this is the first order reaction with respect to S when the substrate concentration is low. Okay, so initially this rate law is first order. So once we have considered the low concentration case, now the second term is the at high concentration of substrate, that is S is very greater than Km. Okay, so we just simply need to substitute that S is being very greater than Km, so we can neglect the Km term. So we will get this rate law K2 into S0 into S, E0 into S divided by S. So this SS get cancelled, and so finally we will get what, the rate of reaction as some constant. Okay, say suppose K double dash. So we have got the rate of reaction as a constant value. So the order of reaction is what, 0. So if you plot the graph of rate versus substrate concentration, initially it is first order, so it will be constantly increasing, and when that substrate concentration is became very high, at that particular point the rate of reaction is become independent of the substrate concentration, which means that the rate is, or the order of reaction is, 0 order. Okay, so how will you interpret that initial concentration and higher concentration of S? Okay, so initially we say that the substrate is having low concentration, also this enzyme E0, suppose we have added the 5 millimolar substrate or the enzyme. Okay, and initially this S is having, say suppose 10 millimolar concentration. Okay, so initially we have just simply taken the 10 millimolar concentration of substrate and 5 millimolar of E0 concentration. So initially this 5 millimolar will attack on this substrate, so we get the initially increasing in the rate of reaction, okay, which is the first order. So we'll reach to some point where all this 5 millimolar, which is the enzyme, total enzyme which get bound with the substrate, so there is no free enzyme left in the given reaction mixture. Okay, so at that point this enzyme catalysis reaction is what become independent of the that overall rate of reaction. Okay, so due to this complete bound of the given enzyme with the substrate, the rate of reaction is become independent of the concentration of substrate. Okay, now we have to like see the various form of the given equation. So the rate law can be also be written as a rate is equals to Vmax into S divided by Km plus S, where this Km is what Michaelis Menten constant, and this Vmax is what Vmax is the maximum rate. Okay, Vmax is the maximum rate which having the value of is K2 into E0. So sometime you may be asked for like calculate the maximum rate of given reaction. So maximum rate of given reaction is what K2 into E0. So this Vmax is having value K2 into E0. Now suppose this Michaelis Menten constant is equals to S. Okay, that is the third condition. Like previously we have seen the first condition where Km is very greater than S, then second Km is very less than S. Now suppose that Km is equals to S. So at that particular point this again Km is equals to S, so Km plus S comes out to be 2S. So this S and S get cancelled, so rate is what Vmax upon 2, that is the maximum rate divided by 2. So maximum rate is when that concentration of or the rate is being independent of concentration of substrate, that is the maximum rate. So when our this maximum rate is divided by 2, or the rate which is half of maximum rate, that concentration is corresponds to the Michaelis Menten constant. Okay, so sometime you may be asked about how will you find this Michaelis Menten constant. Okay, so these are all the numerical problems, and there you will be required this various interconvertible form of the this Michaelis Menten equation. So there you should like convert that equation into the desired one. So instead of remembering all the formulas, you just try to remember one general formula, and based upon that general formula try to obtain the various equations that will be useful for the given problem. So sometime you may be asked about like what is the equation of rate law for the enzyme catalysis, or simply you may be like tell the order of reaction at the low concentration of substrate or the high concentration of substrate, or sometime you may be asked like what is the rate of reaction when this Michaelis Menten constant is equals to substrate concentration. So the rate of reaction is what half of the maximum rate of given reaction. So likewise we have to like tell the various condition for the given Michaelis Menten equation. Okay, so this is the like physical interpretation for the rate law of this Michaelis Menten equation or the enzyme catalysis. Okay, now next we have been left with the Ide analysis, Ide Hofstee analysis, and one is the Lineweaver-Burke plot. Okay, so these are the also two important mathematical interpretation, and this Lineweaver-Burke plot, which is also called as a double reciprocal plot, find the like lots of application in the inhibition. Okay, enzyme inhibition methods. Okay, so there we have to like compare the various constant that we are going to obtain by plotting this double reciprocal plot. So we'll try to this see this Lineweaver-Burke plot in detail. Okay, in the next lecture. Okay?